Hi, everyone. Dr. Shara here from Chiropractic Singapore, and I wanted to welcome you to Superfood Superyou. Now, we had a bit of technical difficulties on our actual training day, so we've tried a few times to get this to you, so I'm so happy to finally figure that out. It's also given us time to hear from you and get more questions from you. So I'm excited for today's training. I'm going to screen share so you can see the slides, and I'll come back when we're done. Okay, so let's take a look. Beautiful. There we go. So this term of superfoods, I think, is a misnomer sometimes because it can scare people away. And we think very expensive, very organic, hard to reach, hard to be easy for access for everyone. So I hope after today that you realize that most families can incorporate some of these superfoods, change the health contents of what they're eating, and of course, increase health for the whole family. That's our goal for today, and to provide some pretty yummy recipes. All right, so Superfood Superyou. So what is a superfood actually? Now, a lot of us have heard the word. It's become popular in the nutrition industry, but I don't think most of us really know what that means. And of course, every week it seems like there's a different food put into the category. Now, the truth is, one definition of a superfood is, of course, that it's super dense, super low calorie. So, of course, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fibers, fats, proteins, all of these are in our superfoods. Now, how to spot a superfood? Like, what makes us think a food is super? So, they have to be dense with the big things like fiber, protein, and vitamins, and they have to be diverse. You don't want one food with only one thing. All our superfoods are clean, means that they come naturally resourced. And of course, they're clean sources of nutrition, no hormones, chemicals, or pesticides. Now, every day, superfoods are around us. And I think they've gotten the wrong reputation for being very hard to get or being super expensive. And they are accessible even in our local grocery stores. And for families who want to increase their health, they can be affordable and available. Now, we've all heard eat your greens. All hail kale. Not all greens are created equally, but kale puts the super in superfood. It's got the largest amount of antioxidants of any fruits or vegetables. And this super veggie has got an incredible source of fiber, calcium, iron, vitamin K, vitamin A, and C. Oh my gosh, there's so many things to say about kale. Now, the great thing is that kale not only just gives us fruits or vitamins and minerals, but it actually gives us iron, which most people think can only be found in meat. Now, nuts are another great way to get healthy fats into your diet. And of course, have always been looked at as a superfood because they keep us full, they help lower our blood sugar. And of all those nuts, almonds are some of the fantastic portions of those because they have a really high calcium content. Right? I could go on and on about nuts, but the greatest thing about them is they provide so many minerals from the earth that we don't get in other foods, as well as vitamins. They are shown for lowering cholesterol, blood pressure, evening out our blood sugar, and they make things creamy. So you can actually decrease your milk or your cheese if it's something that you want to do, because actual almond butters and cashew butters, all these butters of nuts can help you do the same thing. Now, the next superfood some of you may have heard of, quinoa. And unfortunately, when we think of quinoa, sometimes we think it's bland or really boring, like how to cook it, what to do with it. But it's one of the highest power packed superfoods because in these tiny little grains, it has all 9 essential amino acids. And that means those are the amino acids that your body can't produce on its own. For 1 cup of quinoa, 6 grams of fiber. That's huge, right? So this superfood provides so much for our bodies. The great thing is it's super versatile. So quinoa recipes can be hot, can be cold, can be savory, can be sweet. And so because you can tuck it into many other dishes, quinoa is fantastic for sprucing up anything you're already cooking. So you don't have to change a lot of what you're already doing. You can actually be adding quinoa to it. I'm going to collect the different recipes that we put together, and we're going to put them in the links below so that you're able to incorporate some of those. How does that sound? I think that's pretty good. Now, beans, beans, and beans. Now, many of us may have a favorite bean or may not have even tried them, but the beautiful colors and shapes and sizes, the varieties of all the different beans means that they're chocked full of different nutritional benefits. Now, legumes are popular ones, things like lentils, right? A half a cup of beans itself can be 7 grams of protein, which is the equivalent of 1 ounce of meat. If you're looking at digestive health, beans are definitely great for your fiber, keeping you regular. They balance out your blood sugar as well. Because they have some form of sugar, but it's very complex, it's hard for the body to break down. It's excellent because it takes a while to break it down. That means that your blood sugar levels are much more level, equal. They're heart helpers, right? We always know that we need to lower our cholesterol and our triglyceride levels. These are fancy words for saying keep yourself healthy, and beans can help us do that. They're nutrient powerhouses, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals such as zinc, iron, manganese, copper, and the list goes on. But the best thing I love about beans is their versatility. They can be used in so many different ways, right? You can use them cold or hot. Many of us are very familiar with chili or a 3-bean salad. The other great thing about beans is that they can be used with other dishes. They can be used to thicken dishes, right? So they may not be the star of the dish, but they might be the backbone. Mexican bean salad, for example, uses 3 or 4 different types of beans. So the great thing about them is they can be combined to work together or on their own. Now, let us not forget my favorite part of a meal. Dessert. Yes. Can you imagine this dessert? This brownie has black beans sweetened with honey or agave, and the fat in it is coconut oil. So it's so healthy and yet so yummy. And it's interesting, until I moved to Singapore, I had never thought of using beans into a dessert or a sweet dish. In my culture in Canada, it's very common to have them in a chili or something hot in the winter because they're hearty and they keep you full longer. And we're used to eating them savory. So it was so exciting to find a recipe where they're in a dessert and they actually are super, super yummy. All right. Thank you very much. Now, the great thing about berries is they come with so many different super aspects, but blueberries above all wins because it's at the top of the list for an antioxidant. They can lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, increase your metabolism, and they combat inflammation. They've got lots of fiber, potassium, vitamin C, which really helps with heart disease as well as any kind of growths or cancer cells. It helps to decrease those. And currently in the research, they're looking at blueberries and how it's actually helping to fight serious memory issues with Alzheimer's. I love blueberries. As a child, we used to, walk down the street and just pick them off the bush and collect them and put them in the freezer for all through the year. So you have blueberries all year long. You could be eating them frozen as a snack. So our next one, which at one point was thought to be a bit controversial, our dear friend eggs, right? They are super, super packed and they have gotten a really bad reputation, but they are a great superfood. Now, the research at the moment, and I say the moment because research can change, but at the moment they're saying eggs, as long as eaten in a healthy dosage, are actually fantastic for the health, great sources of essential nutrients without a lot of calories, right? So eating eggs daily can actually help with your vitamin D intake, which it contains 20% of your vitamin D intake for the day. And why do we care about vitamin D? Because it helps to decrease heart disease, immune disorders, with any kind of weakened bone or mental health issues. And the 2 antioxidants in eggs are huge for fighting eye problems and things as we age with our eyes, right? Yolks, the yellow part, are totally packed with vitamin D and choline, which is massive for brain memory and brain cell function. They've got tons of vitamins, A, B12, B2, B5, iron, phosphorus, and selenium, but mostly to say they are still very, very good for us. And this picture alone has 2 of my greatest superfoods, the avocado and the egg. Very good combination. Now, I want you to remember, though, that there are so many benefits to eggs, but not all eggs are created equal. So the most nutritious eggs are pasture raised versus those that are in a factory farm from chickens, right? So you want to look at the quality of the egg and where you're getting it from. And I think nowadays, Distributors are really aware of that because on the labeling, it's becoming very clear. You don't have to hunt for it. It's not hidden. It's not behind you. And so I really am excited about that because it allows for your family to be healthier and making great choices right there in the local grocery store. So there's so many great ways to prepare eggs. I've included tons of the recipes, but they can be hot, be cold, be savory. They can be in a dish, right, as part of something else, like an egg drop noodle soup, or it could be a sandwich on its own, or it can be baked on its own with vegetables as well. Now, I want you to take a look at my favorite. This is one of my family's favorite recipes, banana pancakes. Banana pancakes, can you believe it? 3 ingredients only: eggs, baking powder, and bananas. They're so healthy, super yummy. We make these for the kids all the time. And it's something that, kids can incorporate into their diet and they don't even need to feel like it's super healthy. All right, the next one is the mighty oat. Now, oats are a super grain. They're very affordable, super versatile, and easy to prepare, and they have tons and tons of high fiber. Now, gone are the days of your hot, mushy oatmeal cereal. I mean, if you like that, you can also do that as well. But there's so many other ways to incorporate oats with almonds, with blueberries, with other kinds of fruits, and as well with honey and, anything like that. Even yogurt actually is a fantastic way to incorporate oats, having a bit of a fiber portion to whatever that you're eating. So some of those favorite oatmeal recipes I'm going to include down below as well. Now, when we think of fish, we know it's healthy. And why is it healthy? Well, because of the natural fatty acids, right? Can I say fatty acids? Yes, because omega-3 is fantastic for our body. And the fish with the highest portion of that is salmon. So it strengthens our heart health, brain health, immunity, eyesight, skin, longevity. Like there's so many benefits to salmon, and it can be prepared so many different ways: cold, hot, savory. I don't know of a sweet way to prepare salmon, but I know it's incorporated in many different cultural dishes as well. So that makes the versatility of salmon super, super awesome. Now, I could go on about superfoods. I mean, look at this picture. So colorful, so beautiful, and so many different things to include. But I want to just list off some that we haven't talked about today. Green tea, Greek yogurt, avocados, some of my favorites, pumpkin, flaxseed, broccoli, garlic, wheatgrass, acai berry, and the list goes on. But the best thing about superfoods is that they really help with many aspects of our health. And a lot of these superfoods can, in one food, do so many things for us. So I want you really to consider just incorporating one at a time in different dishes. You don't have to go crazy. Like I know there's been tons of information today, and it can be a bit overwhelming, but I don't want you to be overwhelmed. Healthy eating and a healthy quality lifestyle is something that we really want to help support you on so that you can incorporate a bit of energy and just slowly add some of these elements into the diet for yourself and for your family. Don't forget, by these small changes, you can actually double your energy, double your concentration, your kind of spring, right? How many of us wake up and are tired and we go through the day and we have to have 3 or 4 coffees just to get through the day? These foods can help you change that. That's a lot of information, you guys. So what I would love for you to do, if you have any questions from what we've covered today, if there's anything that comes to your mind, please feel free to email us at info@drshara.com. And I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come with us on Superfood Superyou. And of course, if you have any questions, you can WhatsApp us, 9479-7498, right? So this can be overwhelming. I don't want it to be. My goal and hope was just to give you some awareness and some easy recipes and simple ingredients that you may not have even thought of to add to some of the other dishes you're already doing. You may find that some of these things you're already using, which is fantastic. So now we might just be giving you some ideas of how to prepare them differently. So thank you again, you guys. This topic is absolutely very close to my heart. I'm very passionate about nutrition, and I've had an awesome time today. So for those of you that reached out, I hope we answered some of your questions, but if not, please feel free to email us again, info@drshara.com, or you can SMS WhatsApp us at 9479-7498. Thanks again. Thanks for joining us, everyone. All right, let's see if we can put my little face back up here. Here we go. So I just wanted to say thank you again for joining us, and I really look forward to hearing from you. And I hope this has been helpful. We're going to have a different topic next month, so I look forward to seeing you then as well. All right, bye-bye.